Radical trans theory is the norm in the community services sector. The impact of radical trans theory is devastating. Today there is ample scientific research that is counter to the present narrative that one can both choose and innately be a man or a woman and something in between. This concept is even being taught in our public schools under the guise of protection from bullying. To mention the well-researched and established documentation that rejects the new normal of gender theory is simply to be immediately sacked. The overwhelming majority of the community side with the science. But this is not about that but about a story a friend told me about a guy who did not even question the narrative, he simply asked a question. That was, what is the age of a person with intellectual disability or a child under protection of community services staff in a shared care facility due to sexual abuse? Do they have the capacity to make the choice to transition? He was told he was being trans-exclusionary and therefore discriminatory. He had to apologize for the offense he caused. Noting he had not offended any trans teens in care, he had not spoken to any. He simply offended a fellow coworker who was confused as to the question. His supervisor advised him the age at which a child can freely choose to transition was 3 years of age. The supervisor actively promoted an illegal stance. However, the view held by the supervisor is industry-wide accepted. The point is to question this narrative. Like many other narratives, will get a community services sector employee either sacked or severely reprimanded. The latest and most well-researched papers state between 80 and 96% of children suffering childhood gender dysphoria revert to their birth sex in their teenage years. Further, there is clear evidence that the psychological impacts of sexual abuse as a child can manifest teens to believe they are the other gender. Because the other gender, of course, is the one not being abused. What I have just stated, although the scientific consensus will automatically see me dismissed from my workplace. The reason is clear, it's wrong think.